Hi guys, welcome to my stream today, October 5, 2021. Supposedly mag-stream sana ako kahapon kaso medyo na-busy akong mag-trade. So ngayon na lang. And then maybe Thursday and Saturday. So anyway, um, BTC muna and then after BTC is a few altcoins. If you have some chart request, then feel free to type in the trading view stream because this is also restreamed in other uh, streaming platform. Naalala nyo to? I think Friday ata or Saturday. Yeah. Ang gagamit, I mean, what I will use today is the chart, Renko, or possibly the divergence indicator. So, start na tayo. Anyway, congrats to those who have long positions. But let me just check this one. Let me just check if there's a gap last Monday. Let me just check if there's a gap last Monday because I failed to check it on. There's no. Anyway, remember the one that I opened here, the 50,800. If you remember it, I think I opened it around last month. So last month, I'm still holding it actually. So in my isolated wallet, the futures wallet. And my TP there is 52,500. So anyway, let's go back here. Yeah, yeah, I remember. Clear. So let's try to look at first on the weekly time frame. So if you look at the weekly time frame, you can see that the next possible resistance is around more than the 50,000, or this is actually 50, what's the losing price? Close to 52,000 area. Anyway, baka mag-alarm. So, ito yung tinitingnan ko.
So, ito yung tinitignan ko on a weekly time frame. The 52,000 as a next possible, the resistance, and the 43,000 as support area. Kasi when you trade, it really depends on the time frame. But long term, it's still on a bullish trend. And possibly break out to 52 or 50, close to 52, possibly back to 58. Anyway, October is a very bullish month, so hopefully it will continue with until the end of this month. So back na lang tayo sa, and then let's have the daily view. From here, we already have a new trend, which is an uptrend. So from the daily time frame, you could see that eventually, or the resistance I'm looking at, just look at the left side, and uh, this is the next resistance, the 52,000 something, 52,700, more or less. And then the support at this. Ay, ba? Ayaw. So, sa 48, yung tinitingnan ko, or 47 as 500 if we use the Renko chart. And yeah, I think this is also a possible bullish flag. I think I mentioned that during my previous stream, that could possibly hit a new all-time high, if ever. So just measure that, and then copy, paste, and then put it at breakout. So this is my possible target, which is the 67,800. So yeah, let's see, because currently I'm not trading much on BTC. The one that I'm holding, which I opened last month, beginning of the month, I'm still holding it. And I think if I close that, I will be more on trading altcoins. So, anyway, check natin yun. So, yun lang. And then, what else? What did you... yeah, this one. This is the one that I'm trading recently. The SHIB. The SHIB prep. And actually, I just closed it, yeah, before I start my stream at around 0. That's 1900 something, because it's already at overbought on a daily time frame, in my opinion. So, I just take my profit. But I started actually trading it yesterday when someone posted about it in the group. And then I think I ride around more or less at this level, more than $1,000, and then I take profit, and then I re-entered, and then I take profit again at 1,900 something. I mean exact 1,900. So for now, I'll just wait for a pullback, and then I will re-enter again. Because normally when I trade, I use the 1 hour time frame. This is my time frame. So there. I don't know, this might be possibly it's possible bearish. Though currently most of my trades are longs. So I'll just wait for the pullback, and then I will relong possibly around this area on 1 hour time frame. So let's see if that will hold at support, more or less 12,000, I mean 1,244. So I'll just wait for a pullback. And then, yeah, I would also like to share and maybe possibly TP from here. It will be my next TP. TP, possible TP. It depends if it holds, but possibly I'll use this one, and then that close to 2,500 as a possible TP. However, I will wait for the pullback. It's already pulling back, and yeah, possibly around the 1,400 area, or it depends if it created a new support around these areas, around close to 1,500 area. So anyway, I'm more on a holder, and at the same time a swing trader. For my holdings, normally it's buy, hold, and stake, and then futures, perpetual futures that I normally trade every day. I mean most of the day, most of the week. And then the income, part of which goes to my holdings, and then part of which also on the on the platform itself. I maintain it on the platform, and some are in US dollar. So, may retracement pa ba ulit? Ano, what asset? Anong asset? Anong asset? Kasi normally ako nagbabantay kasi ako pag nagtitrade ako. Then, di ba, kunwari nakapag-enter na ako. Yung stop loss ko, inaano ko na lang siya. Ano na to? Ina-adjust ko siya. Kasi sa ginagamit ko, chart trading na lang siya eh. Yung meron na siyang stop loss and TP, and then yung stop loss ko, ginaganon ko na lang siya. Adjust na lang siya above my entry price. So, ganun. Ay, minsan kasi kumikita na kasi ako tapos bigla pa akong nalulugi. So, ganun na yung naging strategy ko that if my position is already above my entry price, I'm adjusting it above it so that in case of reversals, I will only take profit from my TP or take profit at stop loss. Kasi naka-maximum leverage kasi ako eh. Either 20, 100, or 101 times leverage. Depende sa asset. Kasi may mga asset na maximum 101 sa ibang platform, and then yung iba is 100 times leverage, and then may ibang asset na hindi ko alam bakit up to 20 times lang. Kasi siguro hindi siya ganun ka-liquid. Kaya siguro 20 times lang. BTC. Punta nga tayo sa BTC. Kasi as trader, depende kasi sa time frame na ginagamit mo. Or, syempre, depende rin kung spot siya or futures. Because for futures traders, normally naman, meron na silang strategy. Else, kung wala silang strategy, ano siya? Baka maliquidate siya. Normally kasi pag mga beginners is medyo aggressive, which is naintindihan ko naman. Ganon din ako nung mga umpisa, but right now hindi nang ganon masyado. So, check natin on kung titignan mo dito sa 1 hour time frame, ayun no. Para, try to, paano ba kasi ako mag-trade? Lagi mong i-check if there is divergence. Ayun no. So, may nakikita akong possible bear divergence. So, let's see. Sa 1 hour time frame, and then possible support here, 48,800 area. So, kung titignan mo, pwede siyang mag-overextend. Though, put it in mind, kapag, kapag confused ka, look at the higher time frame. Though, ako, favorite ko yung 1 hour eh. At saka 1 day. Kasi kung dito, medyo baka possibly mag-form siya ng may nakikita kasi akong bearish divergence. So, tsaka medyo nahihirapan siya sa 50, more than 50,000. Kasi pag sa Renko, it's 50,000 eh. 50,000 yung resistance. Next resistance nun, mag-add ka lang ng 2,500 eh. 500 eh. So, from here, next possible support, at least dito, sa yan, 48 breakdown to 47,100 area. And pababa kasi siya eh. Pababa na siya. So, yun. At saka nasa gitna siya, yung RSI at the middle. Normally, if the RSI is at the middle, I normally don't do anything. Nagano ba siya? Hanggang 65 lang siya eh. 71, and this is so, at saka ilang araw na ba itong nag-up? Basta ang bias ko dito is more on bullish kasi nga on a long-term trend. itong daily, ano siya, nagkaroon siya na kasi ng bagong trend, which is uptrend. But I think at this point, medyo nahihirapan siya to move higher. And yeah, kung makikita mo din dito, sa RSI niya, medyo nasa taas na siya. Though, pwede pa siyang mag-overextend kasi itong RSI ko or divergence indicator ko is 80 at saka 20. Sa ngayon, actually, hindi ako masyadong nag-short. Personally, kasi aside from it's different to manage, long-term trend kasi is still on a bullish trend. So, yun, I don't do much shorts in a bull trend. Or, ano ba to? Though there are corrections. Mas malaki kasi yung, yeah, may kita naman ako sa mga ibang shorts ko. Pero, I think 90 to 95% of my trades are longs. And then, yeah, maybe just 5% or just 1% of my positions are shorts. Or just even a swing trades. Ewan ko. So, yun. Nahihirapan siya eh. Basta, check natin dito sa ano. Dito. Naalala nyo, etong ano, di ba sabi ko, each bar is resistance and support. So, ngayon, ang nakikita kong resistance is the 50,000 area. And nakikita nyo, it's already at 49,980. So, medyo nahihirapan siya. Though sana mag-overshoot siya dito sa at least sa resistance na tinitignan ko. Para at least matipi ko na yung ang kulit ko na. Para at least matipi ko na rin yung current, I mean yung na-open ko na position nung last month. At least hindi ako nagsasabi na ganito ganyan. It's actual trade na na-open ko at 50,800. So, hanga ko pa din siya. So, it's more than, I mean, close to 1 month already, di ba? I'm still holding it. And my TP is 52,500. After I close that, possibly I will try to focus more on altcoins. I don't know. I think the rewards is, well, it's also okay to trade it. But yeah, I'm seeing more rewards on altcoins. So, yan. Okay sana kung meron kayong subscription dito sa TradingView para makita nyo yung ano na to or lesser time frame. Ito pala. Wait, check natin. Try natin check to. Yun no. Hindi ko pala nakita. Hindi ko rin nakita. Sa sa 1 hour time frame. Let me just check on it. Sa ano pala siya nag-breakout? Sa 48,306. So, since bullish bar pa siya, possibly next resistance, eto na talaga. So, iba lang yung height ng bar na to kasi it's an hour time frame, which is 1,164. I mean, 582. So, yun. Pero, ang ano pa din, kung napapansin nyo, the immediate resistance still at 50,000 something. More or less 50,000. So, hanggat hindi siya, or nahihirapan siya doon, baka mag-pullback. And possible support at 48,200. Pero sana mag-ano na siya, mag-52 na siya nang makalabas na ako. Ang kulit lang. Nag-aantay ako sa 52,500 eh. Para ma-close ko na yung position ko. Anyway, Luna. Yeah. Na-trade ko din yung Luna and saan ba si Luna? daily time frame, it's actually on overbought or nasa taas na siya ng regular bearish. So, posible siyang mag-pullback. Is it all-time high? Ang alam ko all-time high ata to. Just can't remember. All-time high. Oh, yesterday. Yesterday pala eh. Kaya pala. Okay. So, antayin ko muna siya. Saan ba yung ano ko dito? Nakalimutan ko yung ano ko eh. Nakalimutan ko yung trade ko. Pero meron din akong long neto kaso natipi ko na kasi siya. So, sa ngayon, wait, check ko lang kung paano siya. Check natin yung a bit of its check lang natin a bit of yung previous niya or yung history niya or ito. Kasi dito, napansin nyo, nagkaroon siya ng bear or ng bearish divergence and then nag-pullback siya. And then possibly dito, kung same lang din siya, another pullback. Immediate support na tinitingnan ko, of course, using this candlestick around this. Ay, ba yan? Ito. Around that area, sa 32. Wait lang ah. Nagkaroon kasi siya ng doji din after. Check ko lang. Nag-create siya ng new all-time high dito. And then, wait lang ah. Check natin to. So, 1.618 siya ay, though it's more than eh. So, actually, it's almost close to the golden fib na tinitignan ko, more or less. Minsan kasi nag-overshoot siya dito sa 786. Pero pumapasok ako after na niyang at least medyo mag-recover na siya. If ever man na bumaba pa siya sa golden fib. So, the immediate support I'm looking at is the 32. I think it's possibly forming a possible bearish divergence. Currently, I have no position here. Yeah, I already take my profit. I think yesterday. Yeah, I just forgot the amount. I mean the price because I trade a lot of alts during the past few days. But the recent one, of course, that I can remember is the Shiba Inu, which I just close at 1,900 something, 0.000 1,900. So, yun. Pero kung long term ka, yun, pwede mo naman siyang i-buy and hold lang eh. Because it really depends on how you plan to trade it. Or maybe you plan to stake it. I don't know. But of course, if futures are good for short-term gains, and holdings are good for long-term gains. So I'm both actually, holder and swing trades. If ever so yun. Medyo nahihirapan din si BTC. So tingin ko magpo-pullback muna before it will create a new uh, all-time high. Anyway, you can use the fib, just extend it from the support to the resistance, and then next possible target is the 1 point. Normally I use the 1.618. So more or less at that area. So 1.786. I mean 1.618 to 1.786 if ever. So yeah. Actually, Luna personal don't hold it, or siguro na late na ako. What I'm currently holding or planning to accumulate is more on low caps. Of course, because of the risk, I mean the possible rewards. And then that. See that actually I'm staking it. I think I started staking it last year. I think it's more than a year already. When I bought it, I forgot when did I bought it. But nabought ko siya when it, I think around, bago siya magkaroon ng after the nung bumaba siya. I mean after the redenomination from 150 something, $150, then nag-redenominate siya. So more or less dito ako nakabili. And then from there, nag-stake ako. So there. And for this one, 3 araw na nga siya karoon na siya ng ang gusto ko lang kasi dito is that it's forming a widening wedge. So which is more bullish. So the immediate support I'm looking at is at least around this area, that $30. $30 or at least dito. Pwede siyang bumaba ng konti or mag-create ng possible wick around the 27 area. Katulad dito, medyo bumaba siya. So, possibly around this. Tsaka 3 araw na kasi siyang So, yan. Yung tinitignan kong possible support area. Immediate resistance, of course, dito muna. Kasi di ba? Na-reject na kasi siya dito Trading, basta lang, hanap ka lang ng rejection confirmation. Pag na-reject, hanap ka ng next support. Pag na-confirm, ayun, hanap ka ng next doon. So, ganun lang naman. Ganun lang naman. Parang simple lang. It's actually very simple. Pero, syempre, when emotions comes in, dun ka, yun. Possibly, yan. So, tignan natin. Antayin mo siya dito around this area. Possible bounce. Hindi ko siya kasi trade because I'm staking my dot. Swerte daw kasi siya kasi dot. Polka dot. Yan. possibly, my TP is actually possibly around 50. But since I'm staking it, it will take me around 28 days before I can actually trade it. But the rewards, yeah, that's the one that I could possibly trade immediately. So, let's see. Ayun. So, antay ka na lang ng confirmation. I mean, yeah, possible reversal pala. 1 hour. Kahit nga 1 hour na. Wait lang. Ito na lang. Dito na lang tayo sa Renko. Sa Renko bars, ayun. Though 28, immediate support na possibly is the 28. Kung hindi siya mag-hold sa 28, balik sa 23. So, ganun lang naman. Ganun lang naman. Parang simple, no? As much as possible, relax lang kasi. Kasi pag madami kang iniisip, hindi rin makakapag-isip yung mind mo. Ako nga, minsan nanonood pa nga ako eh. Nanonood ako ng mga YouTube, ganyan, o kaya animes habang nag-trade ako. So, yan lang. So, halos same lang din naman siya using the Renko chart. But, yun nga, using candlestick and Renko bars, more on a bearish one. So, possibly retest 28 to break down to 24. Immediate resistance at 36, breakout to possibly 50 or close to $50 hopefully. Yan. Yan na si Data. Paano yung staking? Actually, staking, ano lang siya, para lang din siyang deposit. Wherein, syempre, pag dineposit, para siyang, kunwari, yung sa bank, diba? Pag nag-deposit ka ng pera, nagkakaroon siya ng interest. Pero syempre, pag sa bank, maliit lang siya. Halos ganun din yung concept pag nag-stake ka ng tokens or coins. Hindi mo siya magagamit for certain period, and dahil sa you're also helping the network, kaya nagkakaroon ka ng staking rewards. Kasi nga, diba, for the added for the validation of blocks. So, tawag sa kanya doon is proof of stake. So, hindi lahat ng coins is actually proof of stake. Yung iba is proof of work, like for example, BTC. Okay lang ba mag-stake kahit mataas price? Din pag mataas interest. Pag nag-stake ka kasi, ang makukuha mo is that din. Saan ba yung mga ibang mistake ko? Staking APR. Actually, I forgot to ano ba yun? Lagay si dot or si Polkadot. But I'm also staking it. I just don't know the current APR. Hindi ko siya nalista eh. But I think it's less than 10 kasi pag ano na siya, pag establish na siya, more or less mga 2 digits yung APR niya. So, makokollect mo doon or magiging rewards mo, Polkadot din. Unless meron pa siyang other rewards. Like for example, Zil, meron siyang, aside from Zil rewards, nagkakaroon ako ng GSIL or yung governance Zil. However, nag-end na siya kanina, so wala na akong mare-receive na GSIL. Yung GSIL, I think around $100 plus, if I'm not mistaken, or close to $200. So, yun yung naging rewards ko, aside from yung ZIL itself. So, nagkaroon ako ng 2 rewards, o diba? I think it's more than a year ko siyang in-stake. Yeah, I think since nag-open yung ZIL yun, nag-stake na ako. So, yeah, I think a year na siya kasi 1 year lang yung ZIL, yung governance ZIL yung GZIL. So, nakaipon ako ng GZIL at 176.26 dollars. So it depends on how much you stake. Kunwari, may 1,000 GSIL ka dyan times 13.65 APR and yeah, plus GSIL. So, okay na din. Mas malaki na siya compared sa banks. Yan. Basta pag hindi ko trade yung isang token, as much as possible, yeah, of course, I'm thinking of a possible way to make it grow. And staking is one of them. Or you can also provide some liquidity, but I think it's more risky. So, I prefer the staking one. So, yan. So, ano pa? Pang pwede nating tignan. Uy, Dodge. I mean, Doggy. Dodge ba yan o Doggy coin? Well, I'm glad. But it's the SHIB one is the most somewhat volatile versus the Dodge. So, as you can see, oh, nagabab pa siya. Ang kulit lang eh. Pero antayin ko na lang siyang magano sa 1 hour. Normally kasi 1 hour yung tinitignan kong time frame. Asa na ba yon? Si SHIB na yon. And most lang tinitrade ko kasi perpetuals eh. So, yun yung time frame ko. So, that time frame that fits me. Ay, umakyat pa siya. Anyway. Hindi ko pala na-discuss yung Hindi ko tinignan din yung eh. Nakafocus kasi ako kanina sa 1 hour time frame. Okay. So, let's just check this one. Let's just remove it. Para mas clear yung view. Yun, dito pa lang pala, breakout na. Yeah, close to 1,000 din, diba? Doon din ako nakapasok. Next possible resistance using the Renko bar. Yeah, just forgot that. Around 2,200 something. So, yun. Laki ng inakyat nyo from doon. I'll just use the bars. Dito kasi siya. Ito pa lang. Breakout na siya. Yeah. Almost the same with the candlestick. Though sa candlestick, I think it's more than 1,000 yung breakout point niya. Before ngayon before the previous 2 days, including today. Yeah, mukhang let's see. Tayin ko na lang siya dyan. Sana ma-reject siya dito. Ma-reject. Ang kulit lang. Then possibly I'll wait for the reversal. Normally I'm checking the 1 hour, and then if there's a reversal of the bars, then that's the time. At least 1, 2, dun ako pumapasok ko. So, yan. Well, anyway, congratulations. I think possibly let's also try to look at Dodge. I mean, Doggy coin. Dodge. Wala pala akong Dodge. Si Shiba kasi yung na-trade ko. Pero normally, sabay sila. Yung other reaction. Mas lang si Shiba ngayon. Okay, at least. Possibly magkakaroon na siya ng reversal. Let's just use this one. 21 as strong support, hopefully. And the immediate resistance I'm looking at is the 35 cents. So, Pero antayin ko yung ano nito. Pag nag-breakout to, diba? Ay, ano ba yan? Kahit yan lang. Ay, ano ba yan? Diba? Immediate resistance around this area. Kasi kung mag-create siya ng pattern, nire-retest niya more or less this one sa 35 cents. Then check nyo na lang if there's a breakout or rejection at this point. Kung breakout, yeah, possibly retest all-time high. All-time high agad eh. No. Yeah, you can just check the rest of the resistance, which is 45, then ito sa 60 before the all-time high. Just look at the highs. Normally ganun lang naman ako mag-trade eh. But if there's a rejection, possibly retest the lows. Ay. So yun, depende dito sa point na to. So 35 cents. So yun. So let's see. Well, let me check it. But it's more volatile kasi yung si ano eh. Kung pwede pa akong, ay, ang liit. No, possibly not. Maybe I'll just wait for a break out. It's not that rewarding, or maybe I'll just better look at Shiba. Because normally I enter my trades if the risk reward is at least 2. If not, I'll look for the others that could possibly give me a higher or better return. So ano ba? Anong pwede natin tingnan? Well, check natin ngayon what's on spotlight. Minsan din kapag nakafocus ako masyado sa trades, more on sa kanila talaga ako. Charts. I'm not familiar with there's already a lot of coins that I'm not familiar with. Because crypto's already more than 12,000 coins. Hindi ko makilala tong mga coins na mga to. Not familiar much. Oh, maybe let's look at Cardano, ADA. Ay, nandito pala siya. Sana siya? Si ADA. So, kung mapapansin nyo, naglilipatan din tong mga traders eh. Naglilipatan. So, yun lang. Ah, yeah, I remember. Yeah, maybe let's try to look at first Axie before yung ADA. This one. Let's try to look at this one. Just a bit. Ito nag-short. Ay, iyan na natin. Kasi 1 hour time frame yan. Nung na-trade ko siya, yung mga dito pa siya, bago siya dito. 125 yung TP ko and another at 133. And then, I think yesterday or something, na-trade ko din siya. And then, my TP is around 150 area. $150. Then, ngayon, actually, tinitignan ko siya sa 1 hour time frame. I have a few shorts with it, but the gains is not much kasi it's over extending. So yun. Though I still ended up at small gains on my short positions here in what's this? Axie. Oh, mag-hold ata siya sa 125 or close sa 1.618. Let's see. Nag 127 pala siya. Let's try to look at this. Oh, yeah, posible. Maybe I'll check it out later. So, babantayan ko muna siya. So, possibly, the 1.618 might be a support area. And the RSI is already below the regular bullish. So, babantayan ko na siya. So, I'm gonna monitor it until it finds a good support. Possibly this. Else, I'll look at around this area now. Around the 118 area. So, yeah, at least I'll try to monitor it within the next few hours. Ano ba to? Doji ba yan? Because actually currently, it seems like it's consolidating within this level. So, I'll wait for a possible breakout within here. Breakout or breakdown. So, yun. So, it's more on. So, check natin kung sakali. Kasi kung mag-hold siya dyan, mukha siyang mag-hold eh. Possible double a doji. Hindi naman sa double. Yeah, I think so. Which is a possible reversal if ever. So, where's the possible long? Pero antayin kong matapos. 52 minutes before the 1 hour candle will close. So, yeah, of course, I'll just wait for it to close. Then, from there, I might possibly decide. So, yeah, you can also try to monitor if it holds. Possibly retest the 145. This is just a 1 hour and more on swing trades. But if it break down from here, yeah, monitor it around close to $117. Oh. Then yeah, just check the possible risk and reward if it fits you. So at this point, I make a short. Diba? I am the one that draw this one. So yun. You know, umakyat na siya. So possibly it might hold. And yeah, back to retest 145. So let's see. Yeah, kung titignan ko pa lang nito, possibly kung mag-hold siya more than 2 na RRR. Minsan kahit tingin lang is you can already calculate the possible risk reward ratio. So, I think that's it. Ano yung iniisip ko kanina? I forgot. Si Shiba, sana mag-ano po siya. Mag-pullback siya. Kalimutan ko. ADA pala. Yeah, I forgot. Let's try to look at ADA. But normally, I like to trade the one that is really volatile. Like for example, Axie. I think I trade it when I think it's few months ago. It's actually one of my biggest gains when it comes to futures. I just love the volatility. I even more trade it often rather than the BTC. Kasi syempre, hindi siya ganun ka, hindi naman. Yung syempre, volatility, hindi siya ganun kalaki. Dito, tignan mo, kung kung makagalaw siya. At saka, there's a pattern actually here Kung napansin nyo, it's like pennant. Tapos dito parang flag siya, and then dyan. And then, grabe makaano. Grabe talagang maka-volatile talaga ang volatile. And then, yeah, they raise 152M from different venture capitalists. Wait. And you can also stake it in their platform. I think it started, a few days, I think. Just can't remember the exact. Pero lately lang siya nag-start. I think 1 or 2 days. So, saan na ba yun? How much did they raise? If I'm not mistaken, this one. The 152 million from different investors. So, that could possibly push it to new heights. So, for expansion growth naman. So, I think long term, it's okay naman siguro to hold. But currently, right now, on a daily time frame, medyo ano na nga siya eh. Kaya ako nga siya short dito. Because I'm saying a bearish divergence indicator. But on a 1 hour time frame, I think it's possibly might hold. Because I think this one is a doji. Seems like a doji. So, yun. Antayin ko na lang siya. Uy, ganda nga eh. So, check ko siya mamaya. And yeah, wait lang ah. Try nating mag-create ng trend line. Ay. Oh, ayun. Pwede. Pero antayin ko pa ng konti pang akyat bago ka mag-trade. 133 kasi kanina 136 and 133 yung tinitignan ko if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, it's already nagpa-pump na siya. So let's see. I mean, yeah, if you have some questions, then feel free to ask. Else, I will end this stream. Sabi niya, eto pala, okay bang mag-stake kahit mataas yung price? Okay lang ba? Staking is actually more on a long term. It's not on a short term. Kasi if you planning to trade the tokens, much as well, ano na lang siya, ilagay mo na lang sa exchange. Kasi Polkadot and a few others, it may take some time for you to unstake it. So if you need it, you need to wait for, like for example, for Polkadot, 28 days before you can actually trade it. But if you're watching it, or I mean you can monitor it, then yeah, possibly trade some and stake some. That's actually that's actually how I trade. I stake some and then I trade some. So I'm much more on a holder and at the same time swing trader and altcoiner. Actually, I'm not a Bitcoiner. Bitcoin or something. Because I think over the long term, yeah, I think it's Bitcoin served its purpose already. But for the next few years, I think it's more on the altcoins that will rally, in my opinion. Hindi lang siya mag-rally, of course, on the real world use cases. So, yan. Theta, what's with Theta? Uy, check natin pala. Hindi ko siya, natitrade ko din siya, pero nakita ko lang siya. Pero I think I'd rather trade Axie. Kasi, syempre, when okay lang na madami kang bantayan eh. Pero yung mga favorites mo, yeah, you can just monitor it. It's already a breakout here. So, might as well, I'll just wait for a pullback if ever. I'd ready late. And it's already at over bought in 1 hour time frame. So, yan. Hintayin ko na lang siyang bumagsak. Bumagsak talaga. So, yan. Possibly, I'm looking at 630 as a possible support. It's actually nearing its resistance. So, let's see. And it's already at over a bought. Kasi, what I use here is 80 as overbought and 20 as oversold. But I also use this one, the regular bearish and the regular bullish, as a possible indicator also, aside from that. So since it's overbought and also above the regular bearish, so might possibly correct at this area. So at pullback, might possibly go long. But the support I'm looking at is around the average 6.30. If it holds, break down to previous support around the 585. So, ganun lang. Or antayin ko siya na, syempre dito ako sa buying area. Sa sobrang dami, there's a lot of cryptocurrencies already. So, yeah. Just look for coins or tokens that will give you a higher possible rewards. Diba? So, breakouts sa 7, sa 7. Possibly, sa 1 hour, wala masyadong Dun na, sa 9.74 na. Though pwede siyang dito, around sa 740. But the strong resistance na I'm looking at is the 9.74. So, I think, might possibly pull back a bit here before it will retest the all-time high. So, I think that's it for Theta. Anyway, if you miss something, just go to their social medias. And there's so that you can also look at the update if any. Mostly I'm using this CoinMarketCap as and then I'll go to socials to check what's partnership with meter.io. Actually, meter.io, I also like it. But it was 2 days ago or 3 days because it's already October 6th or more than 2 days already. So, yun. Meter.io is actually I'm staking meter.io, but unfortunately my seed phrase yeah, I don't recover my seed phrase because my laptop just I did not recover the data, and I forgot to write it down, so it just gone. I lose access to it, so basically it's lost. But sayang nalugi ako kasi nawala yung seed phrase ko. So mga pambihira. But hopefully I'll try to buy it again from my futures trades. So yun. Kasi it's still a low cap, but there's actually expanding much and there's a lot of partnerships. So at 10 million market cap, there's a lot of upside potential in my opinion. So yun. Ayun na-reject siya talaga sa 50,000 BTC. So I think that's it. So madami atang rejection ngayon. So buti na lang pala nagtipi na ako sa Shiba. So antayin na lang natin na magkaroon ng possible support. So for BTC, I'm looking at 47,500 as next support area. 50,000 still the resistance I'm looking at. So plus or minus 2.5, yun yung tinitingnan ko na support and resistance. Diba? Using the Renko chart. Mas nagiging familiar kasi ako if I use the Renko chart because I think it's much less, it's less noise, and yeah, my memory always remember the bars. I mean the height of each bar, which is the 2,500 area. So I think that's it. Baba. Kung wala na, then I'll end the stream. BTC. Actually, I already discussed the BTC, but since it's let's use this one. Ito muna. If you use the Renko bar, the resistance I'm looking at, each bar can serve as support and resistance. And the resistance of this current bar is actually the $50,000. But if you look at the trend, it's still uptrend. So basically, I'm still more bullish, but we might experience a minor pullback. So possibly if since the 50,000 might be rejected, or most likely be rejected, or I think so it is rejected, possibly retest the 47,500 area. So and then just add plus or minus the 2.5 from there. Kasi ito, immediate support and resistance lang ako. For the week, yeah, I think we have seen it, yung weekly chart. Yeah, actually, it really depends on how you plan to trade it. But let me also share my trades. Well, actually, I do have some trades for BTC, but the one that I trade last month, which I opened at around 50,800, which is above the CMC gap, I'm still holding it, and my TP area is the 50,500 area. However, that position is just 25% of my normal position size, and the liquidation there is 0. So I'll just wait for it, the TP. And though I'm incurring an early funding, I don't know, funding fee or funding income, depending on the funding rates. So yun lang naman. Immediate support and resistance I'm looking at is the 52,500 and possibly the 47,500 area using the Renko bars. But if you use the chart, actually almost close, though the chart just have a weeks. So possibly around the 47,600. Ay, dito muna siya. 48,500 at immediate, or yeah, maybe you can use around these areas. So I think that's it for but basically I think I already shared it. I think there is a possible bullish bull flag that formed here. So I'm actually looking for a new all-time high. So yeah. Kaya hindi ko pa close yung ano ko eh. Ano ba to? Yung long ko sa BTC. It's actually an isolated wallet. So, actually, pwede ko siyang i-copy or ano ko na lang siya. So, yun. Possibly create a new all-time high around this area. More than the 68, more or less. So, let's see. And, yeah, October, November, or, I mean, this fourth quarter is actually more bullish based on performance of BTC, which is just right here. So for the next the next quarter, for this quarter, asa na ba yan? Yeah. October, November, and December, more on positive returns. So I expect more from the cryptocurrencies performance in general. So yeah, let's see. But of course, it really depends on how you trade. Because me, I'm more on swing trades and position trades. So yun. So I think that's it, guys. If you have no more questions, then good morning. 12 o'clock na dito, Philippine time. And yeah, ano na yung tinitingnan ko kanina? Yeah, Axie pala. Pero check ko muna kung kumusta. Baka mag-ano kasi. Medyo madami nang pumupula eh. So, pullback day. Pullback day. Saan na yun? Yeah, monitor ko muna siya for the next few hours kung mag-hold siya. Saan na siya? Makita ito. Mukhang hirap din Mukhang hirap pa siya dun. So, antayin ko na lang siya. At least, sa area na to. Okay. So, yeah, let's see. Nahihirapan din. Akala ko mag-ano na siya. Pero, possibly mag-create siya ng bounce. Wala pa naman siya sa less than 20. Medyo nahihirapan na siya ngayon. So, I'll just wait for it to close the 1 hour time frame. And then, maybe I'll decide after that, depending on how this close. Or we'll just monitor it. Kasi, ang taas na din kasi siya. So, on a daily time frame, masyado na din kasi siya. It's already overextended and it's overbought. Diba? So, yeah. Might possibly just wait for a strong support area. Masyado kasing ano dito eh. It's a very stiff upside. So, magkaroon niya ng and then already at overbought. So, siguro antayin na lang muna siguro ako. And, yeah. If you have no more questions, I will end the stream. End the stream. Yeah, anyway, for sa mga kapwa kong Pilipino pala, kung may tanong kayo, just feel free to ask. Libre lang naman siya. Libre lang namang magtanong. Kasi, madami ding actually na-scam eh. And, yeah, I also Syempre, na-experience ko ding maliquidate and the rest. the rest. Pero of course, in trading, there's no guaranteed return. There's always a risk. Actually, kahit anumang asset na i-invest mo, trading and investing always have a percentage of a risk depending on what asset you trade or invest. There's no such thing as guaranteed return, but we can always learn naman. And from that, ba, make a sustainable profit. So, yun. I think that's it. Thanks, guys. Wala, pullback day siya. Si BTC pa lang eh. Let's see. Dami ng red eh. So, tutulog na lang. Good night. Good morning, good night. Or good night. Depende sa time frame nila. Stop stream. Stop stream. And